Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I am going to be talking about the February 15th, 2018 new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. So anyway, first thing is there will be a new moon slash partial solar eclipse in Aquarius on February 15th, 2018. I mean, solar eclipse is like a new moon, but it can be more powerful and can bring about a prodigious and monumental change that could be life-altering, and it could last and have an impact for a more protracted and sustained period. This in astrology often signifies a new beginning. This could be very extemporaneous and spontaneous energy. One may embark on a new project or endeavor. It can give very strong, tremendous initiative and enterprise. And whatever may have prohibited you before from doing whatever it may be connected with this new moon may be eliminated and discarded. And whatever may have been frivolous and really might have been something you felt was a hindrance and holding you back, that could be something that can be eliminated at this time. The energy from the new moon can be exceptionally revitalizing and rejuvenating. You could really be feeling a very strong surfite and abundance of energy at this point in time. And anyway, it can be a time to get something started. I mean, everyone collectively may be impacted and affected by this new moon, but especially people with the sun, moon, or ascendant in Aquarius or Cancer. Aquarius and Cancer especially, I mean, what I should say is especially if a conjunction is made to the Aquarius or Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant. And Cancer, of course, being ruled by the moon, of course, is very sensitive to transits and phases of the moon. Perhaps this is at least somewhat attributed to why Cancer can be so changeable, moody, and temperamental. And the new moon in Aquarius, I mean, this could be auspicious for the beginning of some new innovation or concept or idea. It could be embarking on a new friendship, joining some group. It could be something or beginning of doing some kind of work or project associated with something Aquarius-like, such as aerospace, aeronautics, electronics, computers, astronomy, something environmental. It could be something of a humanitarian nature. It could be something even connected with an esoteric subject, such as astrology. And this could also, in some cases, signify a new protracted period of selflessness and humanitarianism that you may express. And given this is going to be at the 27th degree of Aquarius, so as far as Sabian symbols go, this could really be done perhaps with a lot of more premeditation, prescience, and plotting. This can also be propitious for people that are in Aquarius professions, such as innovators, rocket scientists, electricians, electronic engineers, humanitarians, and people that do work associated with computers, and even people that do work connected with esoteric subjects such as, of course, astrology. So anyway, another thing that's interesting about this new moon and solar eclipse, new moon slash solar eclipse in Aquarius, is that Mercury will make a close conjunction to the moon at this time. So this can give a very good ability perhaps to articulate whatever you do in connection with this new moon energy. It could be stated in a very perspicacious, lucid, and clear Aquarius manner. And also Mercury in this moon energy, this is going to conjunct Juno in Aquarius. So there may be a stronger proliferation of unusual and unorthodox, perhaps marriage proposals at this time. For example, sky-written ones, and they might be done in an unusual manner, like a sky-written one on electronic billboards, on giant sports screens at sports stadiums, perhaps. And with Juno conjunct this new moon in Aquarius, many may become perhaps married, figuratively speaking, to whatever may be associated with this new moon in Aquarius energy, much like an indelible fixture. People may feel more like marrying outside of the box, so to speak, and people also may feel like to start doing something very unique and different with the marriage partner and break the monotony, so to speak. So anyway, I think also with this energy, people may be more inclined to collaborate with a significant other on some innovative and inventive ideas. And of course, you want to look at the house that this falls in, as this, of course, can impact the delineation. Now, in my case, mine falls, mine conjuncts my 11th house cusp. It's going to make a very tight conjunction to my 11th house cusp. And for me, perhaps this could be very beneficial, perhaps beginning an unorthodox or unconventional aspirations such as something and it could be something also, an aspiration that might be something Aquarius-like, such as something with computers, electronics, astronomy, or maybe even joining some kind of Aquarius-like group, such as something with aerospace, astronomy, even an esoteric subject such as astrology, since of course I am strongly connected with astrology, obviously. That may be something that I may join and might lead to something very strong, as far as something being very advantageous for me, perhaps by joining some other astrology groups. So that could be another thing, that possibility, for as far as I go at this time. Also, the new moon in Aquarius, new moon / solar eclipse in Aquarius is going to make a trine to my natal Jupiter. So this shows I can perhaps show a lot of expansive and exuberant, enthusiastic energy with this new moon and solar eclipse in Aquarius. Incorporate a lot of enthusiasm into whatever it is that maybe I may embark on that's associated with this energy. So anyway, also, during this time, that Venus is going to sextile Saturn. So this could be very auspicious and positive, perhaps, for disciplined spending in connection with perhaps getting, say, for example, an innovative idea off the ground, something new, or as something else that may be associated with this new moon and solar eclipse in Aquarius. So, and really, and also keep in mind there's going to be no retrograde planets on this day, so this is less apt for procrastination and hesitation at this time. So it really indicates less likely to be delayed on embarking on a new project or endeavor connected with this transit. So anyway, one thing I want to get with you, and I think it's interesting that New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick is going to have this solar eclipse in Aquarius. It's going to conjunct his north node in Aquarius in the 11th house in his solar chart. I did not see his time of birth online. I cannot find his actual birth chart based on an actual time of birth. So based on his solar chart, which is a sunrise chart, basically, that he has the north node in Aquarius in the 11th house. This new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius is going to make a tight conjunction to it. And I think for him, I mean, it could be very interesting because a lot of people, speculated, the Patriots might be dismantled at the end, the Super Bowl run perhaps, and Bill Belichick may be going somewhere else. So what's interesting about this is that this transit for him may indicate maybe a powerful emotional need to embark on something radical, new, unanticipated, unpredictable. Maybe it may be connected with a new organization or group that is strongly tied into his future and destiny, which he can bring this coaching ingenuity, this Aquarius ingenuity into. So I think it's very, very interesting. My own belief is I have a hard time envisioning Bill Belichick leaving the Patriots for any reason. I mean, speaking of indelible fixtures, he's been one with that organization for some time, but you just never know. There's a chance he might maybe get some more, a different maybe position, something new and unanticipated may happen in that group, it was somehow within maybe the New England Patriots as well. That obviously could be perhaps a life-altering change and something very unpredictable. But anyway, well, another thing is, last but not least, I think it's interesting that U.S. President Donald Trump is going to have this new moon / solar eclipse in Aquarius in his 6th house. Now, it's going to make an opposition to his Mars and ascendant. What's interesting is, I don't think he's going to start any, anything really new as far as his work goes. 6th house, of course, is connected with employment. There's a chance he could get some kind of bizarre, unusual, type illness, maybe something new that happens that way health-wise, in which, of course, opposing the ascendant can take a toll on that, close to inexorable, indefatigable Leo ascendant energy, and of course Mars being conjunct to it. This could be, obviously could manifest in a number of things for him. It could be something connected with what I just stated. It could also be maybe a new period where maybe Donald Trump incorporates more humanitarianism and selflessness into his daily routine, and this does have a strong impact on maybe on his life somehow. But at the same time, keep in mind that this new moon in Aquarius is going to make an opposition to his Mars in Leo in the 12th house. So whatever, if he embarks on something new that's Aquarius-like and puts it in his daily routine, or if it's something even new that maybe it's tied into maybe a little, some other kind of employment or some work he decides to do, it could be really what could happen is that energy, that Aquarius energy, could, opposing Mars and Leo in the 12th house. Well, the Mars and Leo could be, more a little bit egocentric and self-centered energy in his private life and doing things more that are connected with him and no attention seeking. But the thing about it is there could be a conflict because of being in opposition to this new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. Well, you get the idea. It could be opposed to maybe getting a new emotional need, perhaps. That can be something connected with helping, people, doing things more in a group-related thing, or something connected with more selfless energy and humanitarianism, and putting that into his daily routine, perhaps. So those are some things to look at as far as that goes. And also, this energy could also cause some acrimony in his private life, or there might be some new emotional upsetment that might happen to him in his work life that might cause some acrimonious feelings that maybe he projects more in his private life. So in something anyway. People, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my take on the February 15th, 2018 new moon / solar eclipse in Aquarius. And stay tuned next time, where I will be continuing my series on what annoys the zodiac signs. The next video up is going to be what annoys the zodiac sign Leo. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.